Sam, you just told me something really, really cool. Can you tell everyone else what you just told me?
Right. What I'm going to tell everyone else is, when you're dealing with high-end speakers and even entry-level speakers, high-end speakers already come with a foam seal behind it. The reason why they put a seal behind it is because you need to acoustically seal the back of the speaker from the front of the speaker. If sound from the back of the speaker can bounce and hit the sound from the front of the speaker in any way, you're going to end up with cancellation and you lose the depth of clarity out of the speaker. So when a speaker is mounted in the dash and there's air holes everywhere, like you can see gaps all around, what's going to happen is music's going to bounce and come back up, and it's going to come out all the sides. And this works in your doors, works for your subs, it works for every kind of speaker. If the sound from the back can somehow hit the sound at the front, you're going to get cancellation. So the way to fix that, we'll show you the driver's side in a second, where we've put the Morel sound deadening all over the speaker to stop any sound from the back hitting the front. So you get rid of any kind of audio cancellation. But then you've got an issue where the front of the speaker can cancel against the grill. So what we do is we put a foam ring on top of the speaker as well. And when the grill sits on top, there's no chance of the audio from on top leaking out. It'll come straight out the grill, and there's no chance of the back wave coming out either. So it'll be 100% sealed, meaning you hear that speaker as deep and as clear as humanly possible. So we check the other side, we'll see that that one's ready for its foam ring up top. And so all that's left open now is where the factory speaker grill clips on top, but that speaker is now fully acoustically sealed from underneath, and no sound wave is going to be able to leak out. And then when we put the factory grill on top, that's going to be acoustically sealed to the front. So this little foam ring will sit on top like so, and then when the speaker sits on top, it'll compress the speaker grill, allowing the music to come straight out without leaking out, which means you hear 100% of the speaker.
Look at that. That's so cool.
And even if it's a $10 speaker, if it's a $100 speaker, or it's a $1,000 speaker, or a $10,000 speaker, make sure you put some foam behind the speaker before you put it in your pod, and it'll seal the car beautifully. So if you just quickly look at any of the door speakers on while we've got the door trims off, you'll see how sealed they are to the body of the car. So just here you'll see we've got the Morel speaker surround foam. So that foam's going to seal against the door trim, meaning that the speaker sound can't leak between the speaker and the door trim itself. Plus, we've sealed any acoustic gap with the sound deadening around the side of the speaker as well. So there's no chance of a back wave coming out of the door trim. So this speaker is going to sound the best it can possibly sound.
Look at the speaker. Guys, look at the speaker.
That's a sexy speaker.
Look at that.
For 16 grand a pair, it's sexy. But that's proper carbon fibre, so these are ultra solid, but ultra lightweight at the same time.
God, look at that. It even shines off the lights.
These are going to be an amazing, or this will be an amazing sounding car. So you get what you pay for, and I tell you now, Morel are actually giving you more than what you pay for. These speakers are just, I mean, look at the box that it comes in. And again, we're Victoria's only Morel Supremo dealer, and they're master technicians because we know our shit. And behind this metal plate is all the speaker grills and the speaker accessories. So everything, and we're about to fit the tweeters next, so they're going to go into the A-pillar. And this is where I was referring to the speaker. When the speaker sits against there, they normally sit about there, and you're going to have an acoustic gap. By putting the foam seal in there, if I just grab that one here, that'll sit roughly on top, if it doesn't fall. And then when that goes in there, it acoustically seals the speaker to the grill. And what happens there is if you look through, you'll see a hole, and that's where the music comes out, and the music can only come out of there. It won't leak out the sides. It'll just shoot straight out the factory grill, giving you the maximum sound, but looking like it's all factory inside there.
I like this.
Same with the door trim theory as well. So with the door trim, when the door trim goes on, you have the acoustic foam to seal the door trim to the speaker, and you're just going to get the sound of the music coming straight out the factory grill. OEM Plus.
Expensive OEM Plus. Oh, look at that.
Worth it.
Thanks, Sam.
This is the Louis Vuitton or the Tiffany of car audio, if you will. Or the Bulgari.
Okay, bougie.
Bougie. This is the bougie of car audio. So, but it is, again, if you love your music as much as we do, you can't put a price on happiness. So the smiles per hour that this system's going to have is ridiculous. Like a speed camera would actually pick this up. It works.
All right. Thanks, Sam.
You're welcome. See you next time.